Welcome back. Joining us now is sports medicine expert Dr. Doug Clement. Welcome, Doug.
Hi, thank you.
Doug, thanks for joining us, and it's so fun to have you here to talk about our person of the week, Terry Peters, who is a gonzo exercise guy. He works out intensely, 5-6 days a week. Can you speak to, is this a good thing? Is this a bad thing? Is this something that he can carry on over a long, extended period of time toward the end of his life?
Well, when we look at exercise, I think we have to admit that this has various issues associated with it. I can go back, say, 50 years, 60 years, where the idea of an adult exercising was unknown.
Get out the gin and tonic and that's it?
That's it. I mean, adults just didn't do anything. They had no reason to. On the other hand, the workplace forced us. Many people had jobs that were physical, that they satisfied their need to exercise. And so now all of a sudden we're in the midst of a revolution. I mean, a massive revolution. The digital age has altered our lives totally. And now we see the idea of exercise becoming a recreation, something that people choose to do. And I think in this case where someone chooses to do something that seems extreme to the average, I think we have to examine that and determine why he's doing that.
Or maybe we have to ask what is extreme, because if you're working in a field 200 years ago, you're going to be working hard like that every day.
And so the human body is capable of quite a bit. There are some downsides. In fact, my whole professional career as a sports physician was dealing with those things. But I would not look at a 56-year-old and say this was necessarily bad. I would have to examine that. But I think that we're seeing an example of a very, perhaps, healthy, positive addiction.
Well, should we all be following Terry's lead then?
Well, I think we have to sort of choose our own poison, as it were. I think that, you know, in terms of the greatest hazard towards people exercising regularly is that we have somebody who's lived a sedentary life and they go into an exercise program, particularly as we age. The most common thing is overdosage. They get hurt, they get injured, they get despondent because they don't feel good, they feel negative about it, and they stop exercising. And that's because of the fact that there is this tendency to overdose. You may remember, hopefully not you, but your first encounter with alcohol. I mean, there's nothing like a big hangover to control that. And exercise can be overdone. It's a very dangerous thing because it is quite powerful. And it needs to have a prescription with it so you know how to use it.
Okay, Dr. Doug, what's your prescription then for someone who says, I'm inspired by Terry, but I can't go out and lift 400 pounds right away?
That's right. Well, my general concept there is what I call the 1/10th rule, that whatever you think you could do or whatever example you think you should do, you should probably take 1/10 of it and try that. And then you increase. It's a formula, like a 3-week build-in. You give the gradual introduction, allowing your body time to physiologically adapt to the new stress. Because it can adapt and it has a great capacity, but if it's overdone, it can be quite dangerous.
And even if you're, say, starting a program at 70, you can use this formula and expect to do pretty well as long as you avoid injury.
Absolutely. I mean, I was one of the founders of the Vancouver Sun Run and was the architect of what we call the walk-run program, which is used by the Sun Run now. And so we can take sedentary individuals who have done no exercise, and if they follow the walk-run program using that 1/10th rule, which is built into the program, we can see many people with no exercise background complete 10K over a period of about 5 months.
So get out there and take on this addiction. It's a good one.
It's a good one when used properly.
Dr. Doug Clement, thank you so much for joining us.
North of 49, a guide to the rest of your life.